Having crush in life is hard, but falling in love with them is harder. Everyone has at least one crush in their life whom they loved with their everything. Hey, this is me, your author again, who fell in love with the mere stranger. This is kind of office romance. I hope my story brings nostalgia to your heart as well. You can imagine me as your name and my man as Jungkook. It was a random day in September. I was returning back to my office from washroom, lost in my thoughts when suddenly someone entered inside the boys' washroom, which was beside the girls' one. My eyes lazily fall upon a boy with fluffy hair, flawless skin, cute looking baby face, not very tall, not very short, dressed in formals, having some tattoo on the side of his neck. It was first time I saw him on the floor. Lisa, I saw a very cute boy walking on this floor. I shared this cute piece of information to my desk mate. She laughed at my statement, but nevertheless, we started walking. The days went by. I found out that his office is also at our floor. A group picture of his colleagues and him were pasted outside his office. Not wasting any moment, I clicked a picture of that. I was walking with all my office colleagues to have lunch in the cafeteria, and boom, he saw me. Was coming back from his office after having lunch with all his friends. I know that was just a mere look he would give to anyone, but that made my heart flutter. So what now? Like any other silly girl, I also started dressing nicely just to earn few glances from him. Lunchtime was the only time when I was able to see him, sometimes having lunch with his friends or sometimes randomly walking here and there. I was new in the office back then. I had only one friend, Jenny, who was older to me. One day we were having lunch when we saw his group on the table in front of us. Being older to me and more experienced in life, Jenny knew where my eyes were glued. So you like that boy? She said, elbowing me and bringing me back to the earth. Who? I licked my lips, but her teasing smile made me lose to her and I spit the fact out. Jenny, you see that boy sitting beside that woman? She took a clear glance of the boy, then nodded. He's cute. I think I like him. Oh, really? Then do you dream of him? Like, he's handsome and cute, just like a prince. So, is he your Prince Charming? She laughed at her heart out, making me embarrassed, instantly making me regret the decision of telling her. Jenny, please stop. Let's go out now. I took a quick glance of him having lunch, enjoying his time with his friends. Then we walked out. I was on my way to office with one of my senior and Rose. After walking for few minutes, suddenly I saw him again. It made me happy, but something that made me sad was, guess what? His eyes were not on me, but Rose. I know I'm not the prettiest, but whenever I find a guy attractive and looks for their attention, I get that. It's the truth and not even bragging. He is the only one guy on the floor who has his big attitude. He looks like a cool playboy and he's got the personality inbuilt. He's sexy indeed. He looks in the eyes of a girl straight without even blinking. And there's me who is even shy to make eye contact with him. He makes eye contact with every other girl except me. There is a saying, the one I want doesn't want me. The one who wants me, who wants them? Maybe this is the one thing that is happening. Days passed by and everyone in my office got to know that he's the boy I talk about. Yes, I used to talk about my prince a lot with everyone, but I never gave them proper information. But I guess he's the only boy with tattoos and fluffy hair and fair complexion and cute baby face on the floor. Everything was going usual. Jenny left the office. Then Lisa became good friend of mine. During lunch, all of my colleagues started teasing the shit out of me in front of him, but obviously not being so obvious. It's been 8 months since I liked him, but I didn't even know his name or anything personal, so I decided to find him on LinkedIn. But no, there was no trace of him. I connected two of his friends in hope that maybe I could find him, but all of my hopes come to an end. But to my my surprise, one of my friend Jisoo come to me asking if he is that boy I was searching. Ah yes, thank you so much. I jumped in excitement, finally having his name and ID. So Jungkook, huh? Nice. I connected him on my Instagram and waited for him to accept my request. Till then, Jisoo and Romy asked for the treat, to which I was no one to refuse because they helped me a lot. After 1 hour, finally he accepted my request. Romy suggested me to send him a hi, which I did happily. Few minutes later, a text pop up. Jeon Jungkook, hi, do I know you? I was very confused. Why is he even showing that much attitude? We were working on the same floor since months. It was not that difficult to recognize me. Yes, my Instagram was private, but at least my DP was visible. Being the innocent one, I asked Romy for the next text. Gladly, she helped me. Yes, working on the same floor. I sent him the text like this. We started chatting, but as you know, if it's that simple, I wouldn't have written falling for your love is harder. It was always me who initiated the conversation, but yes, he used to reply nicely to all my questions like how have you been, what's up, random text about personal life, and so on. Everything was going nicely over text, but in person, we were strangers. I was still shy to make eye contact, but excited at the same time to see him. Same goes with him as well. I was completely invisible for him. One fine day, I got curious to know if he'll do some special thing for me or will he even consider my request, so I texted him. Hi, will you mind wearing blue shirt tomorrow? Jungkook, is there any special occasion? No, it's just you look cute in blue. Jungkook, I'll have to see what I have in blue. Okay, after texting him, my mind was at war. That why did I even ask him that? What if he doesn't wear that? It would be so embarrassing. But what if he wears that? I became so restless, eagerly waiting for the next day. During lunchtime, all of my office colleagues were present in the pantry waiting for the lunch to heat up. I got my lunchbox and was about to step out when my eyes fall on the group of boys walking in our side. Did I ever mention how panic I get in front of him? Romy, see what Jungkook is wearing. Fast! She was dumbfounded but stepped out of the pantry anyway to get a look of him. He's wearing something in blue? Why? That's it. My heart started doing flips. I asked him to wear blue today. I happily announced. Oh my my. So we have reached there. Not bad. Romy and Jenny started teasing me, but one thing still remained the same. His not caring attitude. When I reached home after office, the first thing I did was to text him. Me. You really like compliments, don't you? Why? What happened? See, I told you, you look cute in blue. But I thought I look good in everything I wear. Whatever. Before texting him, I was beyond happy, but after texting him, I felt like he didn't even care. But my heart was stubborn. If it was someone else, I would have just ignored and let him be. But here I was, weak. Nothing changed, everything was same. Me starting the conversation and him replying with just the answer. He never tried asking me any questions or think personal. He was just replying to my text. Yes, I did flirt with him a lot because somewhere in my heart I knew he was also enjoying it. One day I asked him out for a movie in hope that he'll agree because till then he was so nice to me, but somehow he refused because he had to go somewhere on the weekends. Days passed again and again. I asked him after movie, talking good in those days. Again, he refused, and he that broke my heart. So I accepted my fate that maybe we are just meant to talk over chats. Somehow we became close over texting. For like months, he tried sharing his secrets and how people judged him. The tattoo on his neck was the first initial of his girlfriend. How he got heartbroken, sharing his baby picture with his family, his childhood experiences, how his seniors used to comment about his personality, his hair, body, clothes, and how he just do not care about what people say now. I got to know that he was 34, wherein I was 23. Though he was older to me, he looks very young for his age. He shared about his business, which doesn't work somehow. I felt so special knowing his secrets. He shared that he was a very shy person, but he was shy just for me to look in at me, though he can stare at all the girls without any shyness. Crazy, right? We used to chat a lot till midnight. Sometimes he also tried questioning me about my life or sometimes teasing me. He gave me butterfly just by thinking that he was just online for me. How do I know? It's because the moment I text him, he would come online, reply to me, then go back offline. But not to forget, this thing was only up to chat. In person, he was same, giving no caring attitude. But I loved to see him. I just kept on wasting my time roaming here and there just to get few glances of him. I was mad for him. Now the day come where I took a big decision about my career. I started looking for a job change for a good hike. I talked to him about the same. On the very day or night, you can say around 10:30 p.m., I got a call from him on Insta. Guess what I did? I cut his call. Are you calling? Yup. I'm sleeping. Okay, good night. I know I was rude that time, but I didn't meant to be. It was already late at night. I used to sleep with my mother. There was no way I could answer his call without getting caught, but I tried to make it up to him. I'm going for an interview tomorrow morning. You can call me then. I texted him but got no response as he was already offline. In morning, I saw his text popping up with just all the best. No mention of call. I also didn't force him. After the interview, I texted him about my experience but got rude response from him. Then I analyzed that he's upset or maybe angry. I tried to make our conversation light, but nothing worked. After a few days, I texted him at night randomly about something which led our conversation to the night before an interview, where I confronted him saying, I sleep with my mother, that's why I couldn't answer your call. Which somehow made his mood better. We again talked till midnight about life and so on. I gave my resignation and was on my notice period when he said that he had to leave for his hometown for a week. It just made me sick. I talked to him about that and let him know that I'll miss him. He went there. I asked him to post something on the story because he never does that. Not in the history of 3 to 4 months in front of me. Which he gladly accepted and posted a picture of some lively trees of his village. Someday, he sent me a video of his neighborhood showing how everywhere there is just darkness. At around 10 p.m., everyone goes to bed. He was making a video with his voice, telling the things happening in the video. I'll not lie. I found his voice the sexiest. He was indeed the sexiest man alive for me. After coming back from his hometown, everything became same. But now he sometimes took a glance at me as well, to which I was glad. I felt best when his eyes fall upon me. It was the third time when I asked him to dress in the choice of my color, which he gladly did after creating some known drama, an uncountable time of me asking him to meet me. Af- I never understood what is the reason behind that. If he is not into me, then why do he dress in whatever I ask him to? Why do he do something which I tell him to? Why? But not ready for a meetup. It was the last weekend I was working in the office, so I texted him again. Jungkook, let's meet somewhere. I know your days are very hectic, but at least can you take out just an hour? You know, this is my last weekend here. This weekend is very busy for me. Being a boy is tough. Let's see when we can meet. I got really frustrated with the reply, so I bursted out. It's been long since I'm asking you for a visit. You know, you can simply type no if you don't want to. At least the hope will come to an end. Don't embarrass me like that. You are just changing your job, not your house. We'll meet, don't worry. This was his reply, to which I just replied with just an okay. But to my surprise, he asked me some unexpected questions like, do I have a boyfriend or had in past? To which I replied, I had in 12th grade. Then again, he asked something unexpected. So, you had fun with your ex? Fun? No, not at all. Hmm, poor lady. What poor? Nothing happened because I never wanted to. Okay. After that text, again, everything went normal. Same me sending him some random text with him just replying, and in person, unknown or few looks. It was the second last day in my office. I got dressed up nicely, excited to get some glances from him. But to my bad luck, his office had Eid holidays. All my excitement went in vain. Last day in my office. Again, I dressed up nicely to meet him, excited as his office was open. I saw one of his friends walking in the corridor. I felt that Jungkook must be here as well. I madly roamed here and there just to get one glance, but when I couldn't find him during lunch, I texted him. Are you on leave today as well? Yes, my father has to go through eye operation, so busy in that. Okay, take care. I got heartbroken. It was the last day when I could see him. But hey, I know it was boring, but if you made it till here, then maybe you also yourself relating to the story. I couldn't write further because I have no idea what happened next. Do let me know what can happen.